So we have a whiskey of 63.4%. We'll bring it in here to the warehouse and leave the barrels here to mature. Now here at Jameson, we will mostly use seasoned barrels or casks to mature our whiskey in. And a seasoned barrel is a barrel that's been used before to mature a different type of alcohol. Three main types of barrels we will mostly use here at Jameson will be these ones here. These are bourbon barrels. There's two more over in the corner. Short of the two will be the sherry barrels. The larger of the two will be the port barrels. Each one of these barrels has matured the bourbon, the sherry and the port from anything from 2 to 3 years, and each barrel is made out of white oak. So during that 2 to 3 years, the bourbon, the sherry and the port, maturing in their respective barrels, will start to seep and start to soak into the wood of these barrels. So when Jameson finally buy these barrels, emptied out of course, we'll place our whiskey into these seasoned barrels, and these seasoned barrels will help to influence the colour and the taste of the whiskey maturing in the barrels. Now all these barrels here, these are all bourbon barrels. In barrel number 1, this is a 1-year-old whiskey. This essentially is what a first fill barrel will look like. At this stage there is approximately 2% loss due to evaporation. This 2% is a natural occurrence. Once it's gone, we kind of get it back. Unfortunately, this 2% is known as the angel's share, angel's breath, angel's taste, or devil's cut in some parts of the world. Now when you enter this room, can anyone get that lovely sweet smell in the air? Share smells like. Next barrel here, this has been 3 years old. Legally for a whiskey to be sold here in Ireland, it must mature for a minimum of 3 years. That's the law, that's the way the law is. You can see the colour starting to change. In the wood of these barrels there's a thing known as tannin. And the tannin over time is going to help to influence the colour and taste of the whiskey in the barrel. So essentially the tannin from the wood will seep or soak into the whiskey in the barrel. That'll give us the lovely rich colour and the taste of the whiskey in the barrel as well. Next barrel, 5 years old. Anything from 5 Jameson sell as whiskey, that's the way we like to do things. Still that lovely rich colour, but you can see the evaporation starting to increase. Next barrel over here, this will be 12 years old. Again, that lovely rich colour, quite a dramatic effect now due to the angel share. The last barrel here, this is 18 years old. Absolute gorgeous colour now at this stage, but there is well over 30% lost at this stage due to the angel share. Just to give an idea of what we lose in one day due to evaporation, any one of our warehouses in Middleton in County Cork can hold up to about 33,000 barrels or casks. And in one day we will lose 11,000 bottles a day due to evaporation. So 11,000 bottles gone just like that, and you kind of get it back, unfortunately. To be honest with you, that's enough to make a grown man cry. Now one bottle I'd like to tell you about very quickly before bringing it through to the next room. It's a bottle in the barrel on the back wall, the bottle to the left hand side, that's a bottle of our Middleton Very Rare. And it's one of Ireland's most exclusive whiskies. Every year our master distiller Barry Crockett will only pick the finest distillates available to him to create that one magnificent whiskey. We started production of that in 1984. We made anything from 13 years to 21 years, and we only produce about 60,000 bottles of that a year, so it is considered a collector's item. The best thing about that particular bottle of whiskey is the satisfaction guarantee that you get with it. If you're not happy with the product, I'll bring it back. We'll finish it for you. So we've got our whiskey maturing out of bourbon, sherry and port barrels. The last thing for us to do is to bring them into marrying and batting. That is the last stage of the tour, and the bar is on the far side. You have been very patient. Please follow me on one more time.